Check 1 2 1 2. Make sure everybody can hear me loud and clear, baby. Let's go. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. So sorry. What I had was last night I was online, right? And I had to get into my Weeks account to make a trade. When I did that, I put on my VPN. Then I passed out at like 1:30 in the morning, about 2 in the morning. I woke up ready to get the stream, so excited. The Wi-Fi would not connect on the laptop, but I could connect it to the phone. Anyway, let's break it down for you. And then I sat here for literally 15 minutes on my own. My IT team fell asleep. But I figured it out. I nailed it. And we're ready to go. So let's break it down. Let's have some fun. And yeah. Let's do what we do every single day. Let me turn that music down a little bit. I think it's a little too loud for me, but maybe not for you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. That iconic Crypto Lifer voice bringing you the sauce. So last night in the Discord, for some reason too, now my Discord, look at my Discord. Never happened to me in my life. When I press Discord, look what it looks like. I don't even want to touch it. It's like, it's all weird. It's like, it doesn't look right. I don't know what's going on there. I guess the server got discombobulated. I'll have to restart. So anyway, I wanted to show you. Bang, bang, bang. There we go. I was like, why is that in and out? Because it was. But I wanted to show you the chart that I put out last night. I gave a trade last night at 2 in the morning. I waited. I sold the perfect top. Yesterday, or could see the top. I had a limit order, but I made $7,000. And then look. So last night right here, let me just put this out on the bigger screen. This is how I have to do it right now because I can't. But last night right there, if you see in the Discord, let me go to the Discord and show you the actual Discord post because that shows it the best. But I gave you a perfect call last night if you paid attention and if you were grinding. And I'm here like it. So here's my call right here. You can see it. I got in at 113,226, and I gave this trade last night at about 1:36 in the morning. Had you hit that button when I hit the button, you would not have been stopped out, and you would have made a massive bump to the upside. The 4-hour did get the push that I talked about. I kept telling everyone in the group, look for the 4-hour. Now, I said, that's your aggressive entry, but you could wait for this to get sideways and then just enter somewhere right around 114,000. Take this puppy up to 117,005. All right? Another cool thing that I'm going to show you was the fact that this could be a shoulder ahead, and that's a little right shoulder. Break you to the upside. Man, we called this inverted Bart Simpson. If you were with me, I got in right here at 109. I called the bottom with the stop loss below there. We nailed it. If you're in my trading group, we made massive gains. It was awesome, and I'm going to continue. And then I served you a beautiful trade last night. My trade's up beautifully. I don't know about you. So let's go, baby. Let's go. And let's take a look at our Bitcoin and our monthly candle close. Let's take a look at our monthly candle close. We'll come back to this, but this is what I looked at last night, right? I even drew a Fibonacci for you and said that's going to bounce right off of the 0.65618 golden Paquito, and we got it. Oh, my God. Thank you. See, Conrad holding me down. It's hard when you're traveling, man, and you're bugging out, and you got a bunch of stuff going on. All right. So here's the deal. So we gave you this call right here with the bounce. Thank you, Conrad. I'll keep it on non-disturb, man. At least somebody got my back, baby. My brother for life. Man, I love you, brother. You always hold me down, man. You're the best, babe. Nah, don't be sorry you held me down, bro. I love you. I know, right? I got to point it out. But yeah, you're holding me down. So look, we bounced off this. Last night I gave the call, and then we got the beautiful bounce to the upside, right? Off the 618 golden Paquito. I don't know what else more I could do for you, but I attempt to get you paid if you listen to me every single time. All right. Oh, yeah, the BPN. We want to bring that up to 124. That's why I was having issues there. I like the BPN at about 124 up to 145. And if not, then we don't want you in there. Yeah. So, I like fast track. So, let's take a look here at the monthly candle close. We're going to delete all this, but this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this to make a beautiful ascending triangle and then boom to the upside. It may make it a little tighter, but this looks very likely to me. And I'm going to explain a bunch of reasons why we're continuously going to the upside and why this is the end of the downside, and we're on our way to a bigger all-time high. I am 90% accurate that we will go to an all-time high, and I can't explain. I'm going to show you some key reasons why, but I have a 90% pretty good probability based on what I'm seeing. Now, remember, I showed you how the Dow defied that monthly close, but let's take a look. Right off the bat, the monthly close, that's not my favorite. I'll tell you why. You want the monthly to dip first, right? So then when it rips, there's a nice little wick to the downside. There's a little wick there. I usually like a bigger wick than that. That's not, monthly wicks are usually a little deeper. What I mean is you like to dump first, then pump. At the same time, this is some key support, but let's slow it down. This is just for the monthly close tonight. We don't go too crazy. Once a month, we make a really special time here for this one candle, and we break it down, right? To get ourselves ready for the next month, to position ourselves for October 1st as we get ready for the fall season here. Unbelievable. Sometimes, always, never. When you're sitting down, never. So I have it undone because I'm sitting down, okay? Don't play games. All right, let's take a look here. We have 108,246 as the open, all right? The high was 117,900. Wow. Unreal. We almost went to 118K on this month. The low is 107,255. And the close at 114,048, up 5,800 bucks. It was a very bullish month for Bitcoin. And up $5,000, and actually it was up bigger than that. All right, it was almost up $9,000 on the month at one point. It almost closed the biggest monthly candle in the history of Bitcoin. Yes, we've gone higher, but no candle ever closed. And at one point, this candle's top, its closing abilities were way above these two levels. That is going to be a resistance at about 115,800, but we solidified some strong monthly support at 108K. Look, 108K is that's monthly support now. You have tweezer bottoms, so we will struggle, we will battle. I'm looking for that sideways price action here on Bitcoin. That's what I'm looking for, okay? Very likely. So, monthly candle on the 4-hour time frame, right? So the monthly candle looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, it doesn't look absolutely beautiful. It closed with a tailing top, but it went up $5,000. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, we had a big pump. We didn't go down in September. It was a green month. Whatever you want to say, it was a green month here in September. So we ended up getting the big move. Wesley, could you please take my apologies? I am in Singapore, halfway around the world, jet lagged as all heck, doing everything I can to make sure every single one of you gets the updates you need to position yourselves to get paid. All right. Government shutdown won't affect this. There's a chance because of NFP, but they have to print money when they shut down the government at one point. I mean, honestly, what I'll tell you is government inefficiency is bullish for Bitcoin. Bitcoin was built because of government inefficiency. They kept printing money to zero. They kept, going to deficit spending. And someone said, if I don't create Bitcoin, we're cooked. We're absolutely cooked. Was it an alien race? Did Satoshi Nakamoto hang out with an alien race to figure out Bitcoin? I don't know. It's a possibility. For you, some people may think, how can he say that? But it's a possibility. We don't know. It seems like whoever understood Bitcoin for the next 100 years. Like they've seen this already. It's like they already had an example. Like they've seen this before in another civilization, and they were able to bring it to this. So it makes sense, right? From his secret lair, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mr. Sammy Price Action as the Crypto Lifer and his cast of thousands, then 99. Let's give him a round of applause, man. Thank you so much, man. God bless you. Appreciate you so much for being here with me every single day. And, may God bless. May God bless. So I gave a beautiful trade 2 days, on my way here on that flag of the 1 minute. We nailed it. We sold the local top, 114,008. You could tell we were waiting for the 21. We waited for price to reset. I said, watch for the 21 on the 4 hour. And then I said, watch for that 200 movement. We bounced off the 200 on the 4 hour time frame. Last night, I made a trade at 2 in the morning, went to sleep, woke up in gains. You're in gains too. We're 2 for 2 now since I've been in Singapore on my Bitcoin trades. So you can't stop the heat, baby. You can't stop the heat. And it's all documented. It's all here for you in the Discord, time-stamped, ready to go. So if you're missing out, if you're losing money, if you're emotional, if you don't know what you're doing, it's time you get a mentor. It's time you get educated. Go to cryptolifer.com. All right? I know. It's like I made this website. It's mine. Unbelievable. Go to cryptolifer.com to find out about this guy right here, Sam Price. Why do so many people like this guy? Why do so many people talk about this man and say they've gotten so much information that he's changed their lives? Find out more. Go here to subscribe. Join the Discord, man, and stop playing games. The best Discord of the game. We don't take days off. Like, what else do we want? What else do you want? Someone that's the most consistent? That's what you're going to be the happiest with. Trust me. So we need to see this monthly kind of start to get busy. I would like it to dip a little bit. 112.5, 113 again, and then rip back to the upside. Makes sense with the 4-hour candle, you know, and we'll go from there. So, but here, you know. And I kind of want to take profits too, but the VPN got on the way. And so I'm streaming for you guys, and I can't even take profits right now. But the second I end the stream, I am running in. And I'll explain why. Because of that 4-hour time frame, I'm always connected, baby. Don't ever disconnect me, TradingView. You don't know what you're talking about. So here we go. And I'm going to jump into the chat too. If you have a super chat, something you want to talk about, is there an altcoin brewing in your mind? Please let me know. Help the stream. Help everybody out. Let us know your knowledge. You people are some of the smartest, most insightful people in the game. You're the crypto lifers. So we're obviously going to learn a lot from all of you. Even if you weren't the most disciplined and most amazing person, you joined the stream and you changed your life, and now you are. So we've basically turned everybody into a soldier here. Everyone is a person of asset that has value. We've turned everybody here into a person of value. Everybody on the stream, right? We invest in you so you become amazing. That's the key. We raise all boats, as Jamie said last night. Oh, man, it's 8:42 in the morning right now. Can you believe that? My whole day is about to start. I'm going to go through a whole day while you guys get ready to go to bed on the East Coast. But there are some people all around the world here too. So we're watching for this to bounce. The 2-week chart. See the 2-week? I want to see that come on up. And we got 12 days for the 2-week chart. That's very healthy. Looks like the 2-week chart's going to head back up to the top of the channel there at 117.8. There's some good vibes there. All right. And here we are with the weekly. And I'm watching this ascending triangle on the weekly. And I've been talking about this ascending triangle for a long time, even when we were here, remember? I said, man, can we just get this, can we hold? And then we've had some scare. We have two tough weeks here. But again, at the same time, we didn't make a lower low. You know, you did not close a weekly candle below these tweezer bottoms, 108,000. And again, we show that on the monthly. And it's a key support of resistance level if you really look at it like in a bubble zone here. I mean, that thing is money. So there's some strong support for Bitcoin, 108,000. There's a chance we never go back below 108K for the rest of Bitcoin's life. Don't you understand that? Like, you may never get Bitcoin again below 108,000. You have to understand that that's a possibility in your lifetime. You may never, ever get Bitcoin again. Again. I just, you know what I mean? I have to reiterate this fact because I don't think people realize. I think they don't realize that right now, today, I'm showing you, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say, Andy, should be taken as financial advice, but I am showing you what I truly believe, right? Because I'm not telling you what to do. But what I believe is the greatest way out of poverty, the greatest way out of middle class, the greatest way out of struggling in the rat race, if accumulating BTC right now around $100,000. When its lifetime, it's like to go to I believe it can 100x from here to $10 million. You hold it for 50 years, you 100x your family's net worth. And fine, maybe you don't get to have all the riches in the world, but imagine leaving your kids such a beautiful life. The key is to never even spend your wealth, to leave your wealth for the next generation. That's a strong man. A strong man just builds. When you're addicted to building, you just keep building. Yeah, you buy some nice stuff here and there along the way, but you make so much money that you can't spend it. I make too much money to spend. I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be rude to you guys, but I work so damn hard. I can't spend it all. You know what I mean? It's got to go to a good cause. I'm going to put it to the world. Going to change the world in a major way, and you guys are helping me every single day. Remember that. May God bless every one of you. So the weekly looks absolutely hot sauce. I love it. With the higher low there, it's starting to come together. I like the 5-day chart. Don't ask me why. I started using it, I'd say about 5 years ago, like all the time. And I just got really into the 5-day chart. Only about the 5 days, I still see this as a bearish retest and some nonsense. But hey, it is what it is. We're going to delete that weekly ascending triangle. And now, I just love streaming. I just realized how much I love doing this. Like, I was so in disarray when the internet wasn't working. I literally wanted to fly back home. Like, I literally was like, when the internet doesn't work, I just want to go back to where the internet works. You know what I mean? Because if the internet doesn't work, I can't think straight. Think about if you knew your business was going backwards. You know what I mean? While you were trying to have a good time. It's not fun. I tell everyone, either become an entrepreneur, but like, you're not going to party that much. And I'm not trying to be rude. Like, everyone's like, oh, take a break, take some time off. I mean, if you want to run a corporation, if you really want to rock it out, I'm sorry, but like, it's all or nothing for me. Either you're pushing every single day to make it work, you know what I mean? Or you're not. Like, I don't see a halfway zone when I'm in a business. Once I get out of business, when I'm retired, I'll be retired. Don't get me wrong. I'll golf every day and you'll see me just chill. I'm setting up for from 80 to 90 years old, because I believe I'll live pretty old. From 80 to 90, for that 10 years, I'm going to be that's all I'm going to do is just relax, help people, and hang out. But up until 80, I believe I'm going to work my butt off. I'll probably stream until I'm 80 years old. I don't see why I couldn't stream at 78. I know many 79, 80-year-old men that are very capable. Very capable. I know some that aren't, but I know that some that are. 5-day chart looks very beautiful. Getting oversold, pointing to the upside. Kind of a bullish divvy here. And let me show you something that's very interesting that nobody has discussed. Hidden bullish divergence on the 5-day chart. That tells us that the trend will continue to the upside. 90% chance you're going to break this high at 123 before you break this low. See what this is what it says. It says there's a 90% chance you break this high before you break any of these lows. Why is that? That's hidden bullish divergence. Look at the fib. It came right to the 618 golden pocket from this wick to that wick. You can't beat this stuff. You can't make this stuff up. And you know what's funny? A lot of people call me a pattern trader, the 200 MA guy. They don't realize I am a fib aficionado. I nail my fibs. I'm all about my Fibonacci, man. And again, I'm going to teach you fibs. I'm going to teach you support or resistance. I'm going to teach you moving averages, the VRVP. You're going to understand how this price action works. You're going to be able to see it for yourself and figure it out. We're going to get BOOKMAP up and running too to show you where the liquidity is running here. And remember, my favorite nights to trade, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Those are my favorite 3 nights. That's when I've made the most money in my life. So there's a chance I'm going to keep this trade rocking, this $226 entry, $113,226 entry, and see if this thing can continue to pump to the upside. Shout out to all the awesome and aware people that are on the live right now. You people are amazing. You're just the best. All right. So look, this is a bit of a W. You see it? 1, 2, slight lower low, but there's a lot of wicks there. Bit of a W action here. And I can see this 5-day just start to plow and head right up. And what I see happening is the 5-day probably gets back into good graces, and then we kind of channel here, and that's when we break out. This will be our last consolidation moment between the range of 118 and 124 or 122 there before we skyrocket. And when we break out, it's going to be 131. We're going to hit 140 pretty quick. Then there's going to be the sell-off on the fib. I'm explaining probably exactly what's going to happen here as best I can. Sorry, let me delete these. They got made too fast. So your fib will be something like that. And you'll probably you might come and test 131, right? And everyone will say, that's it. That's the end. It's bearish divergence. It's over. And then they're going to flatten the shorts, consolidate, make a new base at 131, 132. And then the next rate cut comes in. And then bang, bang, bang. The money printer goes brrr. And things start to get pretty crazy. We're going to take a look at the NASDAQ for you too as well, because why not? We got monthly candle closes on that and the S&P. Figured I'd do those when I haven't thought about that before, but why not? Why not? And we got BOOKMAP up and running for you. This thing is at the speed of light, whipping. And it's got liquidity on both sides. On the low range down to 112.550, which would make sense for the monthly candle. I wouldn't mind to go back to break even on my trade for the monthly candle to reset. And we are losing 114,000 now for Bitcoin. And then 115,000 is our higher area of liquidity. The darkest, most red area is 115K, and it is the closest. It does suggest if you had to make a placed bet on this idea that, and this has been more accurate than it's not, that we're going to go to 115,000. What is BOOKMAP? It's a liquidity map. It's a heat map, right? It's just like infrared. When it's dark red, there's a lot of action, okay? And so it's a BOOKMAP. You know, it's an order book with a heat map, and it's showing you, hey, there's a lot of orders. There's a lot of people that shorted at 115,000, and they're still short right now with a massive liquidation up there. It's telling me that today we're likely into tonight. We're likely going to liquidate those 115,000. Maybe by tomorrow morning in the volatility of the 9 a.m., 10 a.m. action when we live stream tonight at 10 p.m. Funny, I live stream tonight at 10 p.m., which is your 10 a.m., and I still gave you guys calls. You know, I didn't miss any Bitcoin calls. We've nailed it. We have the elite pumping out the altcoins. I'm nailing BTC, and we're nailing it. I've actually put on a lot of altcoin calls too before I left, and while I was on the plane. You should pay attention, please. This is not the time to say, oh, he's in Singapore. I don't think he's going to handle it. I made 7 racks, man. I'm going to continue to do this every single day. So let's go. Most consistent, you'll find discipline and consistency will be your way into anything in life. You want to win? Find discipline and consistency and then do it every day. A lot of people never found it. They're still looking for it. Some people never find their discipline and they just don't. And their focus, they die, never having been truly disciplined in their life. A lot of people die because of their lack of discipline. They do something, they keep drinking, they keep smoking, they do something that's just deteriorating their soul. They can't stop. So we found a Fibonacci retracement to a 618. We found a previous support as a resistance. We found a high volume node right there at 109,000. We found hidden bullish divergence. The bounce is in, and the bounce is real. And there's a lot of bullish confluence telling you that there's going to be a pretty nice move here to the upside for Bitcoin. All right? That's just what we're seeing. This is weird, like how this is kind of an uptrend here, and you're in this like strange little flag. But to me, it's getting tight inside of some type of, tight flag. I like it kind of more in this idea, like you're bouncing out. Hidden bullish here too as well. So the hidden bullish is strong, and that tells us there's going to be some pretty big moves here for Bitcoin. Hidden bullish is explosive. I'm telling you right now, if you don't know what it is, if you've never learned it, it's time you understand what hidden bullish divergence is. Usually it's on like the daily, but look, price will pump huge. Then it'll have a bit of a dump. When it dumps, it'll pull back pretty close to the 618 or the Fibonacci retracement, all right? Sometimes you'll get wicks to the 786, this area. A lot of times you bounce here. Once you bounce, you start to come up. The RSI will do this. Let me make it perfect, actually. Weird, that's supposed to undo what I just wrote, and it didn't. All right, anyway, that's a bit weird. Anyway, so here's the deal. Watch this. I'm breaking it down for you in such a cool way. So the RSI will come up right here, and then it will like do this, and then it will come all the way to the downside, and it'll be usually towards the down line too, and you'll get this downtrend on the RSI, uptrend in price action, and you'll say there's 90% chance you're going to break this high before you break this low. And it happens 99% of the time. 99% of the time when you identify hidden bullish divergence, you're on the way to the moon. I've made so much money off hidden bullish, it's insane. Most people don't understand. They can't conceptualize. They just don't get it. But I'm telling you right now, hidden bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence. It's made me more money than any indicator I've ever used in my life. And I shouldn't even tell you that, but I'm letting you in on the skinnies, right? Hidden bullish, man, all day long. If you can understand hidden bullish and see it the way I see it, you never have to work again for the rest of your life. Like, the odds are very high. You know what I mean? Because it prints big time. Like, I've longed hidden bullish here for the $84,000 Bitcoin. I longed hidden bullish there. I longed hidden bullish here at 32,000. You know what I mean? I longed hidden bullish there. This swung up, all that swung down. Look, this is swinging down. Look, this is hidden bullish here. Look, it's swinging up. The RSI is swinging down. Like, that's going to break this high before it breaks that low. You can get in there comfortably with a liquidation below the low point, and the odds of you winning are so high. Same thing here, hidden bullish divergence. Remember, pull the fib. It's going to coincide with a Fibonacci retracement right towards that 618.65 golden pocket. Look at the downtrend on the RSI. Well, you had a beautiful uptrend here in price action. That is hidden bullish divergence, and you get the bounce to the upside. So you can't defy this indicator. It's absolutely beautiful. If you don't understand hidden bullish, if you don't use it, if you don't know what it means, I'm going to trade circles on you. Okay, I'm going to take your money. Okay, hand it over. All right, send it my way because I need to buy me some new Paragamis. All right, I need to buy me another pair of Ferragamo. So send that money my way, baby. I'm going to take your gains. Bitcoin pumping 145,224. Let's take a look at the small time frames. I'm bullish. I believe we're going to look at the 3-day chart. 3-day chart's in a double bottom, about to explode. Explode me, oh, that thing's about to blast. I'm bullish, and I told you yesterday that this move was sustainable. It wasn't one of those pumps and give it back. It was a very sustainable move here for Bitcoin. All right, I like these MIDI headphones. You don't even know I have headphones in, and I can hear better. I like these headphones better than the ones I had. And these are like the free things that you get. Like, I got these free on like an airplane. I don't even know where I got these things. I stashed them, and next thing you know, hey, they're coming through, man. Sometimes The free stuff is the best. Isn't that crazy? You could be the richest person in the world, but you can't beat free, man. You can't beat free, right? Oh, man, who loves the vibes right now? Who's feeling good right now? It's nighttime where you're at, likely, and we're bringing it to you live. I'm about to say 8:35. I was 8:55. Wow, stream is cooking. Let's take a look at the daily time frames. I'm going to keep doing this every single day, whether you do it or not. Remember that. You're going to give up. You're going to, I'm going to be here. I'm never going to stop. Look, there's a cup and a handle. Sammy cup and handy to the upside. I see this as an inverted head and shoulder. I'm getting another sense of bullishness here for Bitcoin. Weird, it's not getting rid of the brushes when I go back. It's supposed to. But anyway, it's all good. So I like this. Show me the money, baby. The daily looked like it's just getting started. Look, it's almost, I was like, exaggerated bullish div as that swings up. And, I got a little bit of hidden bullish too on the daily. Let me show you. It's very slight, but it's there. That is an uptrend. That is a downtrend. That's hidden bullish on the daily too as well, and that's an 886 retracement. What else can you know what I mean? That's beautiful. Look. Alt F is going to be your Fibonacci. I mean, that right to the 886. I mean, that's... And remember, I called the bottom for you. I told you to get in with the stop loss below these two wicks. I said the last time they got me, this time they didn't. See, the last time they wicked me out right there, but then I got back inside and I still called the bottom. I went 7 for 3,500. They hit me up for 700. I made like $2,000 on the move back up. And I paid myself right back. So here, I got in here at the bottom too. And I just felt like, I like chasing bottoms now. What I do is I watch every bottom. And if you go at, say you went at this bottom, and you just waited for the wick to begin up. Once you saw a wick like this, you didn't even wait for the candle to close, you got in with the stop below the red wick, you would have won 2 out of 3 of these. I mean, that's 60% win rate, right? You would have won this one too. They wouldn't have stopped you out on that red. So whenever I see 2 daily candles closing like that, I just jump in now. It's so simple. I don't even care. I don't need the support and resistance. I don't need the moving averages. I don't need a dang thing. I just need to look at those candles right next to each other. Tweezer bottoms, baby. I could trade candles. I could trade fibs. I could trade support or resistance, man. Show me the money, baby, and I'll get the bag. I'm telling you right now, I'll get a bag. So let's take a look here at the 1 hour time frame. Oh, I put my rollie in the safe last night. No rollie. No rollie. No. Wow, the 22-hour back above the 200 moving average. Very bullish sign. Same thing, the 12-hour above the 200 moving average. Very bullish sign. I've seen massive moves come out of that. Like the last big one here. Look, when we crossed the 12-hour, that was it. You went from $91,000 all the way to $125,000. That was a $35,000 move on 90K for Bitcoin. 35% about. I mean, come on now. So I'm showing you hidden bullish all across the board. I gave you the long last night that's up $1,000. I gave you the long yesterday that's still in the green from the bottom at 109. Like, I don't know what else we could do for you, right? But we're spoon-feeding gains to the people that want to listen. Now, here's the deal. We got rejected by the 8-hour 200 moving average, but we tweezer bottom. So my line in the sand is I don't want to see an 8-hour candle close below 113,000. If that happens, no good. I'm looking for this 8-hour to make a bit of a flag here and continue to the upside. And this is, look, see how we come right back to where we all began? I believe that puts us to 120K, which is awesome. We liquidate those longs, all those shorts. And look, there's a bunch of people that shorted this head and shoulder pattern too. And you have to understand, when people short, they think, oh, this is just coming up for the retest. And they stay in it, and they got a bunch of stops right here. This is a stop loss heaven right here, right? It's above this head and shoulder pattern. So, man, we know what they're attempting to do. It makes sense. It makes sense. Let's take a look at the 2-hour. I like the 2-hour. I like that. Look at that. Above the 200 moving average. I'll be honest. This is brewing. And I see something big happening here for Bitcoin not too long from now. I don't know how we don't pump by 6 o'clock tonight, by 6 in the morning. And remember, this is Tuesday. This is Wednesday night here. It's Tuesday night for you. Tuesday night on the East Coast, man. One of the best nights to trade in the history. I've made more money on Tuesday night, I think, than any other night in the world, man. Opening my trade somewhere between 8 and 10 o'clock, and then we absolutely explode. Look at the 2-hour time frame there. That just looks absolutely lovely to me. And again, maybe you get stopped out. Who knows? Have a plan. Have a risk management plan in place. I like this. The stop loss, even if I could keep it right below that wick, it'd be a little preferable. Any liquidity grab, I like to kind of just hide out there. 2.97 risk reward ratio. I believe that is a proper trade right there. 3-1 actually. And if you can come back down, it gets even better. If you can get it at the bottom of the channel, it's almost a 4.5. Like that would be huge. So I'd watch this for the next few hours and watch what's happening here inside of this flag. But this is flagging out. I mean, this is beginning something. And you can say, oh no, it's tweezer topic. I showed you the hidden bullish on the bigger time frames. There's reasons why. We got the golden cross. Golden cross that you're going to be here. It's a big move coming. I'm telling you right now, pay attention. A big move is coming. I say in the next 6 to 8 hours, Bitcoin is pumping. And it pumps to 120,000. We might get the token 2049 pump of a lifetime here in Singapore. It's actually looking pretty money. And again, I could be wrong. Maybe they em it and they take it right back down to the bottom of the channel. But I believe those odds are unlikely based off the moving averages. I've studied the moving averages for years. For years. I put in so much work behind them. They are my babies. They teach me everything. I know what's happening. And when you, just the way they curve and round and the way that this is, see how the 200 is starting to curve up? Very bullish sign. Very bullish sign. And you can kind of see the parabola. You can see a parabola beginning to form here for Bitcoin. That's a parabola. That's a parabola. I could see that thing absolutely moon city here. I'm looking for 120,000 for Bitcoin. I really am. I'm staying in the trade that I opened, and I'm going to let it cook. And I'm going to open up another trade here, too, when I get the chance. And take that puppy to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here. This is brewing. So, look, we just did a beautiful top-down analysis for Bitcoin. And I don't really, honestly, I don't think you need any other time frame. Like, I'd stay off the 5. I'd stay off the 1 minute right now. I guess I see my scalp of the 5 minute, my trading style right there. You do have a bit of a flag on the 5 minute. The chance this thing does get busy. There's a chance. You break out there to 115.5. I mean, there's a possible scalp there on the 5 minute time frame. I wouldn't put it past it. I would like it to go more sideways on the 1 hour. Get a little tighter. Let's clean this up a little bit, though. It looks like it could be really a little more of a tighter consolidation. I'd start thinking of getting into this trade sooner than later. For me personally, I don't know about you. I'm not telling you what to do. But I personally believe there's going to be a move here for Bitcoin coming. And I really like this 1 hour time frame. Could get caught off guard if we get a pump there, and then it might make a wick. Come back inside the pattern, go sideways, just get some people to kind of get a little too excited. There was a little bear div here, right? This swing up, that kind of swung down. Then we had the retracement. I said watch the bounce of the 4 hour time frame on the Discord. We nailed it. I'm up to 2 in the morning making sure that you can get the bounce on that 4 hour. And then I'm showing you, hey, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is so they don't think I'm just posting a chart. So they see that I believe that it's worth putting my money in the same place. You see what I'm saying? Aster finally got the dip to the downside. So sad, right? All the hype, no all hype, no all fluff, no hype, right? Or all hype and fluff, no substance. I mean, you think over time though it will play out. So this is your Bitcoin update, the most in-depth update you can get on the internet. Nobody's going to give you a better update, in my humble opinion. All right? Now, listen. I'm open-minded. This could be a double top. What if the RSI rolls over? You know what I mean? What if we make an M here and then we dump right back down to this area and we test, 111.4, 112,000? It could happen. Have a stop loss. Always keep a stop. You never know. I know what I did there. I deleted something old and then it came back. Something's funny with the lines here. So let me get rid of the parabola. I got a lot of lines. I want to make it really clear. So I'm just going to go into another chart for you for a second, all right? Go to like the Bybit chart. But you can clearly see I'm bullish on Bitcoin. Like it's, some days I come here, I'm not sure, I'm not da-da-da-da. No, none of that today. It's looking sweet. It's looking the way it should. You stay above 113. You start mapping yourself out here and getting tight. It could, in the 8 hours from now, this thing could start to get lit. Somewhere between 4 and 12 hours. I see this playing out to the upside, very simply. And that measured move takes you to 120,000. So, again, if we don't go to 120K, I'll be surprised. I will. My system says there's about 90% chance we go up there, but who knows? You know what I mean? I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen, but I can be pretty dang accurate. I was accurate this week. I believe I was accurate the last 2 days. I believe the odds are very high. I'll continue to do so. The S&P, I told you it's going to go sideways and continue to pump. They're going to print this money to zero. S&P is going to make a flag here. This is going to take about 6 to 7 days, though. Then the S&P is likely, with a 90% chance, going to continue further to the upside. Why? It's because the moving averages, yet again, the 21 coming. They're not that far apart on the daily. They still have a long leg to go to get, they were just tight. When the S&P has tight moving averages, like here, it takes a long time. Like here, that they were tight on November, and not until April did we start to get wide again. Same scenario here. We got tight here. We're going to get really wide somewhere up in here at 7,000. And I'm calling for a $7,170 S&P, and the bigger target is 7,270. I've been on it. I gave you this call. Look, there's your entry right there at 6,465. I gave this call. I gave the bottom bounce too. We talked about this right shoulder. Anyway, when everyone said we were going on lower, I said there's going to be a bounce. Remember, I called out these people on Twitter. It was a battle. They tried to make fun of me. I said, but I got this. He said it's going lower. I said that's the bottom. It was funny. It was the bottom. It happened exactly as it was supposed to, right? All right. Blessings. Shout out to the 1,000 people here on the live. You people are smart. You're getting knowledge from someone that's been in the market for over 20 years. I mean, if I was going to go into a jungle, I'd want to be with the guy that's been in that jungle for 20 years. And if he was going to sit and live stream and teach me what's happening, I would keep my mouth shut and listen. My goodness. And I gave you the call here on the NASDAQ. I told you to get in right there. So the NASDAQ was going to rip to the upside on the daily time frame. I gave this to the trading group. I was in the trade personally. I sold somewhere there. I see a sideways price action in the money printer go, brr. Look, you're making a bull flag. That's bullish continuation. We're headed higher, like, on the NASDAQ too as well. Let me take a look at their monthly closes and just kind of look at how they look to me. I mean, beautiful monthly close. Are you kidding me? It's a bullish engulfing candle ripping out the rising wedge. Like, that's about to go parabolic out the line. It's crazy, right? It does say maybe 2-3 months from now. Same thing with the S&P. They're both in blow-off top areas. Also, if they continue for money, this is going to consolidate. It's just going to consolidate and continue further to the upside. So I'm giving you the sauce here on the S&P and the NASDAQ, which run the entire world. I've nailed those calls many, many times. Watch my macro technical analysis video every single Friday. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to give you the sauce. It's going to show you what you need. All right? You're going to love it. You're going to love it. So that's the S&P. That's Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the market cap of all the altcoins, which, I have a big old bag of altcoins. I'll hold over $1 million worth of altcoins right now in my portfolio. And look at that. I don't want to see a right shoulder. I just want consolidation. And it says we consolidate for about, a month. And then late October, the 20th of October, we start that move. And this thing could blast all the way to $1.82 trillion. A lot of money flows into that market. So now you want to look at Sol, the leading altcoin, right? And see kind of what Sol's doing. Is Sol, I just saw something new for Sol that I haven't seen. My mind saw it. Watch this. So we got into Sol here. It took a nice rip, but came right back down pretty dang close to break even after all the sauce, which is craziness. But look at this. This is what I see happening for Sol. Sol has a beautiful uptrend. I mean, clear as day. That's higher lows consistently, right? And then it has this top, and it looks just like what? The total market cap. Because you know why? Total 3 consists of a pretty good chunk of Solana, right? It's one of the bigger altcoins, so they should look dang well 80 to 90% accurate. So we need the bounce here for Solana. You got to get a bounce and then get tight. But it does say, look, you could consolidate, which great. You could consolidate for, till November 1st. It might be a December pump. And then right there in April, we convene at $500, and that's when Sol finally, has a little bit of a pullback here. $500 Sol would be absolutely beautiful. I got $100,000 in at $100,000. I'd make about $500,000. It would take about about 2 years. But hey, that's $250,000 a year on just one of my positions. You know what I mean? Just one of my positions makes more than, some people who are in like the top 20% income bracket. And people talk a bunch of, man, people love to speculate on traders. The reason why people listen to traders online, most of like the top ones, is because they actually make gains. You know? They actually make gains. So yeah, I see Sol getting tight. Now, it could make a right shoulder and dump right back down to 141. Anything is possible. But right now, the tight moving average suggests no. That's not going to happen, and you're headed to 515. Interessante. So Bitcoin showing signs of life, bumping right now, 114,298. You were in the gains if you took the trade with the lifer. I gotta say it again. I mean, if you are emotional, don't know what you're doing, you just gotta press the right buttons with the lifer. Plasma XPL back up there at 105. Kai near protocol. BNB, Ethereum, Cosmos back above $4. It took a second. Funny. Meme Core getting up there. Pump.fun, Aptos, yeah, Zcash. We looked at them last night too. Or yeah, a couple days someone asked about those. Cardano back at 80 cents. And you know, all coins are going to go sideways until Bitcoin gives that go-ahead run. And then there's going to be that home run and the RBIs are going to flow through. Damn, let's take a look at AERO. Got a beat down again, back to $1. Come on, Aerodrone. You know, it's, again, though, I like it. It's making a cup and handle, so get ready. This is hot. Base chain's big, man, and Base is going to be big. Coinbase is not going to lose the DeFi game. They're already in position. Why would they? Brian Armstrong doesn't lose, man. The guy's, he positions himself years ahead of time. He lobbies. He does the right thing. Keeps his nose clean. Like, he keeps it moving. He's got a great product. Shout out to Brian. I've been on Coinbase since 2016 when they only had Bitcoin and Ethereum. I watched them add Litecoin for $5, and I said to everyone, I said, well, this coin was $9, and now it's $90. That was Ethereum. See, Finny, back in the day, Ethereum was $9, and then Litecoin came out at $5. They weren't that different to me. Now they're so different, right? They're so different coins. Litecoin ended up only going to like $400 at the highs. Ethereum has gone, you know, almost 5,000. So they've changed over time for sure. And it's been so interesting to see the dynamic. But for the most part, you know, both are hot. I see the 200 coming. I see this getting tight, and then boom. Anywhere between 95 and $1.05 to me is an accurate pricing zone for AERO back to 250, right? Or it was in December of 2024, which is kind of crazy. It's taken a year to get all the way back, and then you could have got in at 25. Rolled this puppy to 160, which is dang near an 8x, right? About a 6.5x. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So Aerodrone gave a 6.5x since April. People could have sold there in August. I'm just saying there's money from the A to A. And look, sell and may and go away. That did not pan out there for Aerodrone. You would have gotten played. So don't just repeat what you hear. Sell and may and go away. I do that all the time. No, you don't. No, you don't. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're just watching Twitter and saying whatever you hear. You have no clue. I'm just messing with you. But you know what I'm saying, right? People run their mouth in this game and they have no idea what they talking about. They don't know what they talking about, yo. They run their mouth. Look, see the Adam and Eve there? I've been just experimenting with this idea, but you can see there's the Adam, there's the Eve. It's hard to see, but bang. That thing wants to go. DNX finally getting a big pump there. I wouldn't chase that, but if it made a flag on the 4 hour or the 1 hour, the chance you could ride this puppy back to 11.5. You know what I mean? So what I do is you look for breakouts on the daily, or you look for big moves on the daily, you know, preemptive. If you missed a big move in the daily, zoom in. Like, go to the 15. Well, I was a big move in the 15-minute, too. So that was a big shock. Like, that was a big move. And Dynex was hot. I don't know if you remember, but we traded this back a lot, like 2 years ago, on and off. I'd look for it to flag out on the 15-minute. That could be something we're trading later on today because the daily still has momentum. So now you just need a flag on the smaller time frame. So one of my trading styles to make money is I look for the daily to be ready to rip. And then I zoom into smaller time frames, and then I speculate on flags. When the flags fill out, I nail it. I know the daily's in momentum, and I know I need the smaller time frame to execute. Very simple way to trade. Very awesome way to trade. It's very, very nice. All right. Blessings on everybody out here. Thank you for being here with the lifer. May God bless you all hanging out. So let me jump into the super chats and see what's happening, as I haven't been in the chat much right now. Let's take a look here. And shout out to everybody, man. Thank you so much. Okay. Not showing screen. Also, rest in peace. Maybe not. Thanks for showing up all the time. Have a great trip. Thank you. God bless you. Gary Baifuko. Good morning, brother. Thoughts on AVAX? God bless. AVAX going to continue to rip. I'll look at it for you. Head and shoulder on ETH, 4 hour. Thank you. I really appreciate your live. You are amazing. Shout out to Megard. We love you, Megard. Would you look at the crow chart? You know, so many people choose to love with me that even if we struggle, even if the algorithm knocks me down, even if, you know what I mean, it's just, I don't care. So many people are going to choose the love that in the next 10 years we're going to win. You have to understand. We just got to look at the big picture. To win the war, you got to see the larger landscape, right? You can't be stuck on the small. You can't be stuck on every little mini battle. I mean, you want to win all the, you know, but you know what I mean. Wow, ETH was in this beautiful. ETH was in a bull pennant. Like, how could that break a bull pennant? Like Ethereum, and they're all buying it. It's awesome. They created such a narrative for cash grab there. It was insane. Yes, there is a beautiful inverted head and shoulder. You called it out. Absolutely beautiful. It is what it is. It also has kind of cup with handle status to the upside there. An inverted head and shoulder, really the right side's a bit of a cup and handle anyway. But yeah, you're spot on there. You're spot on. Let's kind of zoom out, though, and take a look at the weekly, and then we'll zoom in. It's kind of how you're going to make sense of this stuff. So the first thing you want to do is you want to just say this is your trend line, period, right? And say, you know what, we fell out, but we're still inside, and now I want to see us get tight. Tight like a toiga. Make higher lows, higher highs, and then we're gone. Honestly, I believe this is one of your last chances to buy Ethereum, near $4,000. And a stop could be put somewhere below like 27 for a big boy trade all the way up to 10,000. The target takes you to $10,500 Ethereum. So look, this is a long-term trade. This is going to take months to play out. This isn't something that's just going to happen overnight. Like, you get there by maybe, that says May of 2027. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that would be a little absurd. We go on some parabolic 2-year run for Ethereum. I mean, there's a chance this is what the charts are conveying. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but this is what the charts are conveying. I could attempt to make it a little tighter, and it says fine. March of 22. I don't know why it would take so long for Ethereum to break out, though. But you're going to get a bounce back to the all-time high. But this, look, it looks like it could take some time on the weekly. Unless you just get a monster candle out of nowhere. But good call on Ethereum, man. You're spot on with that. Let's take a look at AVAX from person Wythe. We love you, brother. Let's take a look at AVAX for you. So last time we looked at AVAX, we wanted to see it break out of the smaller channel. I see this big W. See, I see a big W. I see AVAX headed to 89. Only a matter of time. You know, you just got to really, like, AVAX is a good company with a good team. It's been around a long time. Has a good product that actually works. It's DeFi, and it makes sense. Big money can be in it. Billions of dollars have been protected. AVAX has been good. It showed security. It showed robustness. And it also showed a sense of team and community. So, yeah, I see hidden bullish divergence, too, right there on the daily time frame. I just talked about this with you. I said this is the moneymaker right here. That's where people, 90% of the time, if I buy right there, I'm making gains. So look, AVAX, likely to make this ascending triangle. And look, it likes to consolidate because, look, people get in, people get out, people TVL, people buy to speculate. So it's, you know, and it's also giving rewards. People are going to sell for the rewards up and down. And you're going to get this. So to me, that is your next level. And that's your next move, somewhere up to about 50.98 is what I'm seeing, right? So let's take a look at the crow chart for Will. Will, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And shout out to the $38 in chat revenue. That will come back to you tenfold, each and every one of you. May God bless you all for doing that. Unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, I couldn't post in the Discord the link to the monthly candle close. Someone just keep posting it to the 99 and tell everyone, Sean, can you please post it to the 99? My Discord isn't working for some reason right now. I'll have to restart my computer and hope that it revamps. The server probably wasn't able to come through. I don't know. Something happened. The Discord's fine on my phone, thank the Lord. It's not a bigger deal. It's just right now I don't have access to post links quick. So I need you to post a link to the... I don't think I posted the monthly candle to the Discord because I didn't have a chance. Maybe I did it through my phone, right? If I was smart, I did it through the phone. 9:20 a.m. in Singapore. My cousins all getting hyped. I'm in a chain with my cousins. 1-0 Red Sox, baby. In the series, Red Sox, Yankees, man, like it used to be, baby. Let's go. This is it. Dude, I did an amazing time lapse with the GoPro. Super excited. It's going to be one of the best. As the sun comes up over the city of Singapore, the vlog I give you guys, the vlog to this trip, is going to be the most epic vlog. I used to vlog a lot on Remote Chief. Go to Remote Chief on YouTube and find out more about me. I used to vlog all the time, okay? And I was a really good vlogger, man. I had drones, cameras. I was a cameraman. I was an editor for David Letterman. I made all sorts of stuff on TV that you've watched many times in your life that you didn't even know about. That was me. I made it. You've watched something somewhere that I made. Good chance somehow, because I made a lot of things that are pretty popular over time. Anyway, I worked on Kevin James's show, Kevin Can Wait. If you ever watched an episode of Kevin Can Wait, I worked on that. I built that. I was part of the team. I was one of them, brought in the footage, organized everything, got it going, even helped edit everything. You know, I love Crow at the 786 Fibonacci retracement, and we talked about it. Remember when it bounced, how long it took? Every time there's a bounce, a big pump, everyone chases it. And look how long it takes. It always takes about 50, 60 days to fully retrace. But look, that's support, the 786 Fibonacci. I see this going to 51. That's probably one of the best chances to get into Crow right there. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. You got to make that sense for yourself. All right? XRPH, please. Can you look into Kita? Shout out to MeGuard. Kita's kind of struggling, man. I have to be honest. Every time everyone asks me about it, I say the chart doesn't look good, and people keep asking me about it every day. Let's take a look at XRPH. That's like XRP Healthcare, right? Which has nothing to do with XRP, I don't think. It's called XRP Healthcare, like, you know. Blessing Sam, enjoy Singapore. Can you look at XLM, please? Shout out to Margaret Ness. Margaret, we love you. Thank you so much for being around. You know, I have a call for XLM. It's in a falling wedge, about to break out. My photographic memory has it stored in my brain. Yeah, it's in a falling wedge, about to break out. I see it in my mind right now. I looked at it just the other day. I mean, this thing could start to break out. It's at the lows. It's getting very tight inside a wedge. It's at an 886 retracement. I mean, if you believe in this and you like it and you think there's some liquidity going, for me, I believe it's a little too high risk for me and the volume isn't as big as I would like it to be. But hey, it is sitting on support. It did get very tight. You know, I'd like it to break above the daily 200 moving average, touch the 21. Then I would feel more comfortable even looking at it or touching it. You know, the more money you make, the more money you got to use, right? So I trade big money. So I don't like to go and actually call the exact bottom. I like to trade 20, 30 grand above the 200 moving average. You know what I mean? Think about it. Like, why risk my hard-earned money down here where I may or may not catch the bottom? I mean, there's chances I can. But when I know I'm above the 200, I'm at least going to get some type of swing trade, if that. And if I use big enough money, I can get paid. Yeah, Kita looks bearish to me. Like I told you, it's in a downtrend. Like, it hasn't looked good to me. I would have exited Kita when it lost the trend line. We'll take a look at it here. It has a little more interesting. Look, Biddy on Sol getting very tight. And I know, remember I gave Kita back in the day. We liked Kita, but the time to sell it was that high, in my humble opinion. You know what I mean? Kita. Let's see here. Is it two E's, right? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. I'll just do KTA. Okay, Kita. Man, it looks like a cheetah, right? You know, we had this move. It did get up to this 163, okay? And now you can see it's just been kind of falling off ever since. Like, that was the time, you know? And then I had it in this beautiful flag. It looked like it was getting ready like everything else, and it fell out the flag. And now it's like head and shouldering. You know, I don't want to be the bearer of bears news here, but this thing just doesn't look good to me. Maybe you get something like this and you bounce off the bottom of this trend line. You know, back here somewhere. I don't know. You know, that's my best bet. A bit of a cup and handle, but I'm not in love. Yeah, I needed to see it consolidate a little bit. All right. I don't own any of this, and I'm all set. Yeah. Bitcoin. Where are you, baby? 114,300, holding us down nicely. Everything I've said so far is playing out. Even the 5-minute flag looks like it's kind of doing some consolidation here. Like there may be some big moves coming. Look at that. That thing can explode all the way to about $115,483 dollar bill, though, right? You see? And, man, I wouldn't be surprised, man. I told you guys. I told you what I see. I still got the long open from last night at 113.3. Very excited to see where that puppy could go. Let's take a look at XLM for Margaret. Margaret, you've been such a nice, supportive person. You must have super chatted over $200 in your lifetime. I think at least 20 times you've given me a super chat. Let's take a look at stellar lumens on MEC. If I remember correctly, it was in a bit of a falling wedge. Looked like it could break out finally to the upside. That's what see? I see it eventually breaking out here. This is a bit of a cup with a handle. Previous resistance is support. I mean, I bring that right there. Stop a little deeper below the point of control. I mean, that's a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio. I see stellar lumens about to break out. Like, that's hot. Like, that's worth posting to the group. That looks amazing. Yeah, shoulder, head, kind of right shoulder. Bit of a slanted cup and handle. Double bottom right there. Above the 200 moving average. You even have this trend line holding you down too as well. Very interesting. I like stellar right there. I like stellar. I like it a lot. I like stellar. I like it a lot. Dumb and Dumber, man. Anyway, that's all the super chats, and that's a full-blown stream. I mean, we just streamed for about an hour and a half. I could go all day, though. I'm feeling so good right now. There's just this good vibe right now. I can't explain it. I just could go all night. Hope you make massive gains, Market. Amen. I can't listen to this anymore. I'm out. God bless you, man. You're the weirdest. Oh, wow. What a weirdo. I can't listen to this anymore. I'm out. Psycho, right? Why would you come to a live stream and then say, I can't listen to this anymore. I'm out? What a weird person. The contrary trader. New Earth Guardian? My God. Hey, God bless you, man. I'm not going to go negative like you did. I hope you have a wonderful day. Unreal, right? Hide user on this channel. Negative energy, man. Okay. Elites have it posted in the group. Amen. Amen. Yeah. Geez, you've changed. Just look at Remote Chief. I know, right? A lot has happened. I mean, people change, man. People change, brother. And almost, I was like an actor growing up, so like, you know, I could play the nitty-gritty guy on a motorcycle. I can play the clean stockbroker. I can play any role, man. Only good things in this stream, 100%. 100%. VFI and XAN making me gains, really? VFY? The heck is that? I love when people do that. They just drop me this, they drop stuff like, is that on the stock market or ZK Verify? That looks pretty cool. Okay, came out on the daily with a spike. So this is brand new coin. Very high risk. So this guy gave us something brand spanking new. Very high risk on MEC right now. Wow, look at the volatile too. Like they're just wetting people up. It went from 9 cents all the way to 20 cents. Oh my God, it doubled up. Then it dumped down. Look, it's been going crazy. I could see, hey, you had some volatility there. I don't know how. Trying to see how I would put this together. Something like this, you know what I mean? The guy's like, I can't hear this anymore. This guy loves people, and he's helping people, and he's giving people free calls. I can't hear this anymore. What a weirdo, man. Yo, this world is full of the strangest people I've ever met. I swear, man. They're so odd. Like, they don't move with their own frequency. Like, if you go to a live stream and then you hate on somebody, you're hating on yourself. Open is just spiking, but finding is 0.22. Yeah. Love the evolution, bro. Keep going, bro. Nothing but love. Mickey La, love you, Mickey. I'll never understand how people could hate on Sam. The man literally does so much for his community than just TA and Crypto Talk. I know, man. You know what it is, man? They still, I'm not saying I'm Jesus. I don't ever want to compare, but they put that man on a cross, and all he did was help others. All he did was help people, man. And they put that man on a cross. So I guess when you just open yourself up to the rest of the world, people are going to just, you know, people hate when they envy. Yeah, 100%. Bro needs God and therapy. The long hair. I know you like that long hair, right? Love you, Sam. You're the best. God bless you, man. I love you, Randy. Thank you. All it takes is one good friend, man. One good name in here to cheer me up. See, I told you, bro, we are, yeah, divided nowadays. Who's divided? Oh, and you lost your green, Vegas Claw. What happened, man? We got to hook you up. Dr. Price is surgical with the technical analysis. Yeah. They would never act that way in person. No, not 100%. That guy was confused. I know. Let's move on. Shout out to Tennessee Eco Man, man. It's been a while. God bless you, brother. Nice to see you in here. Samantha B. Yep. Also, it's some miserable people out there, 100%. God bless that weirdo. He will find peace. Yeah, may God help him, man. Kind of look like Jax from Sons of Anarchy. People used to tell me that all the time. They used to say, hey, you remind me of Jax from Sons of Anarchy. I was like, hey, he was a handsome role model, right? Blonde guy. I was like, I'll take it. Yeah. He's a hater. Yeah, you guys want to see if I think... Man, there's some funny stuff I can play right now. I'm in a good mood. In a good mood, man. I'm always in a good mood, 99% of the time. Advances was the biggest rug ever. So whack. I saw this one video I was wanting to play. Oh man, my old... How to use a green screen. You know what I mean? Dude, I wanted to teach people. I've always trying to help people, man. Even this video, I'm like, how to use a green screen.
How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Remote Chief's channel.
I'm so funny, man. The Remote Chief. Yo, I love my old self, man. Back in the day. This was awesome. The Remote Chief. I want to play this one video where I'm like, show you how to use a green screen, bro. I'm like, oh yeah, then I cut the hair. I cut the hair on the stream. I went for a haircut. So sad the day I cut the hair, right? I had it for so long, and then I was like, I gotta cut it. I miss my long hair, man. I had locks, baby. I can't believe I had the locks. Oh, man. Oh, this is the funny one right here. This is funny, man. Look.
Let me show you my studio. This is for videos that need a little more in-depth lighting and more of a high quality.
Can you believe that's the same dude?
Sometimes you need that in your channel to give the professionalism and the feeling to your subscribers. Get the point across. You know what I'm saying? So come with me. Check it out. I'm going to show you my little studio that I'll be using to do my videos. So here behind me, you can see we have a gigantic rack. That rack holds...
The ladies love the lifer, man. I had to beat them off with a stick, man.
Green screen and white. I can pull them down from this angle here.
I'm doing this as a joke, you know.
I can pull them like the gray right now is down. I can pull it even further down. We can pull it further up. All depends on what background you want. Like right now, I want that nice gray. So I got the nice gray background. I can use it like that. Welcome to the Remote Chief channel. Check it out. Yeah. It's a great little studio. You got your whiteboards here waiting for you. You know, sometimes you need to bounce a little light. Ooh, a little more light on my face, please. A little more light. There we go. Yup. Right. Ooh. Right there.
Oh, man. My memories, man. My memories. All my memories. And my family, too. Like, unbelievable. I don't know what made you guys... I guess, you know, you travel, you go around the world, you start thinking a little bit about life in general, where you've been, what you've done, and it comes full circle. Remote Chief serious, man. Hulk Hogan look-alike. You guys are funny, man. The cerebral assassin Frodo. I had long hair like that. Yeah, Nickelback's front man. Sam looks intimidated. You're funny. Sam was driving the ladies berserk. Oh yeah. Oh, Vegas Claw, you got back in. I seen you now. You're the man, dude. That's huge support, bro. The old Mississippi mud flap, baby. Sam plays bass for Bush. I know, right? You come a long way, brother, man. I did, man. I was working the night shift back then. Riding my motorcycle to work. I had a vest on. I was riding a motorcycle to work, man. I had a motorcycle. You can learn a lot about me here on this channel. Like, I had a motorcycle. I used to go all over the place. I did a live stream. Sometimes with the motorcycle. There's got to be motorcycle shots in here somewhere. But, man, I had a blast. Yeah, here I am cleaning it. I used to hang out here in front of this bike shop in Roosevelt, Queens.
What's going on?
Like, this is my that's Summer. She's 10 years old. She's 11. She turns 11 in 2 days.
I'm trying to do different things.
And I used to hang out here on Roosevelt. My buddy, I met this guy who owned a bike shop.
I can zoom the camera around. I wonder if I zoom the camera around. That's kind of crazy. Getting 360 with 360.
I used to park the motorcycle right on the sidewalk in front of the bike shop, like right there.
You know, I'm gonna start.
I hung out at Bill's Cyclery all the time, man. I love that place. I love that place. Roosevelt Ave, baby, 63rd, man. Give me memories. I miss New York. Been watching 3 years, up over 100K. I love you, bro. God bless you, man. God bless you. God bless you. And 100,000 subscribers on our channel, continuing to bust through every single day. And sorry to take you guys off topic a little bit. Let me just continue to go with the super chats and see what's happening. But hey, just give you a piece of, we all learn. We all go somewhere. We all, T on MyX, please. Is it still rolling over? Okay. And MyX, that'll probably be the last super chat of the day. And I'm going to go get some breakfast, start my day, and kind of see what's happening. Link up with my team. We got to head on to Token 2049. We got to show you the sauce. We got a live stream. We got so much to do. So MyX kind of had this bigger move, right? And then it busted up from $9 all the way back to $17. Like, what an awesome move. Someone says, is it still rolling over? Right? What I would do is kind of something like this. I know this is weird, but I have no other real choice but to kind of maybe contend this. Look, shoulder, head, possibly a right shoulder, right? Look at it, something like this that could break further to the upside. I mean, that's very interesting to me. Has a very large measured move, too, as well. I mean, you could see a $35 MyX. That's what it's saying. It's still high risk, high reward. If this can bounce, kind of consolidate in there, then you got yourself a chance. You got yourself a chance, all right? MyX still holding 14 from that initial buy-in at $1.72 or something insane. Scottish Crypto gave it to us, said, watch it. It was like $1. Maybe even it was 60 cents. I don't know, man, but he nailed it, man. We have so many awesome people in the group. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I'm going to bounce out. I'll see you tonight for me, tomorrow morning for you, back to our regular scheduled program. All right? I love you. I appreciate you. I can't wait to see you. My ex busted up. Sammy, I love you, man. You look like Shawn Michaels, the WWF wrestler. Funny. Always nice to scroll through memories. Love you, Sammy. You're such an awesome man. Love that I found you on your first day on ATB. Been with you since day one. I'm never leaving. God bless you, J Soul, man. God bless you. A little more discipline, a little more work, some back testing, and I believe we can get you to that next level, brother. Shout out to Randy Alwas. Shout out to Crypto Weirdo. Shout out to Bellico X, Margaret Ness, the top fans, too. Gary Bifuco hooking me up, right? Margaret Ness, Meegard, Flippin' Keys, and all you awesome people, man, in the top 50. I got to hand it to you. Everybody, I love you. I thank you so much. This stream was one of the best streams I've ever had in my life. The monthly candle close looks great. We leave Bitcoin at 114,300. When I last looked at it, 350 even. I see a flag breaking out possibly on the 5-minute time frame to head up to 115.5. I'm telling you right now, things are looking pretty nice here for BTC. Stay tuned for more. I'll catch you on the flip side, and I'll give you the best technical analysis in the game. Nobody does it better than Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer. I love you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Remember, I studied billionaires. Even people that didn't make money, but that were successful what they did. It's not always about the money. And what I found was the secret to success is getting started. Most people just never start. That's why they never become successful. They live in fear. They stay stuck. The secret to success is getting started. What are you going to start today that's going to change your life?